Hey Play Cousins, welcome to a movie review. Yep, as you see the title, this is on Pet Sematary. This is the prequel of how it all started, and it is Pet Sematary Bloodlines. So, as you all know, and as we all know, we all come from families. We all have ancestors. We all have bloodlines. And as we all know, there's this thing called generational curses. There are actually, what do you call it? Like, I won't say rituals, but I finally remembered family traditions. Family traditions is what I was trying to say. Family traditions. Yeah, that. Come on, skin. Ooh, regular sunlight. Okay, back to the movie review. Go ahead. Routines, there are things that your family members hand down, like you pick up even in cooking, cleaning, like you just pick up certain things that your ancestors, your grandmother, your grandfather, other people used to do, and they kind of keep it in the family. Like they keep jewelry, just certain things, etc., stuff like that, right? Well, basically this movie is basically stating how the cemetery started, how it even got to the point of it's being a whole situation for the town that they're in, basically. So basically the founders of the town came across this whole situation. Now, in the beginning, the cemetery was actually a good look, but all it takes is one person. You know that saying, all it takes is one bad apple. The company you keep, you literally, all it takes is one person to taint, discredit, mess up a whole situation. And so now it becomes a responsibility for the different families who created this town to either keep it safe or allow people to do bad with it. Basically, that's literally what it is. And so a lot of times family secrets come into play, where you want to protect certain family members and you want them to do so much better than what you have going on, and you don't want them to be stuck in the same routine that you are in. And literally that's what this was about. And it was literally about families battling because one certain family had certain things happen, and a different family decided to protect that certain family member. And because that didn't happen, another family ended up using the cemetery for bad, and it created havoc. Sometimes even when you go to like small towns, like I come from a small town, there's just certain things, and there's certain things, and there's certain respects and things that, like how we do, like even for, I would say, the blessing of the fleet, then that I went to and I showed you guys, and we go and we bless the shrimp boats because that's a big money maker in our town. But the double lane road is specifically for us. Nothing against the Caucasian people. The double lane road was specifically for us because they have changed the rules. That a lot has changed in my hometown to where it's not the same. The Blessing of the Fleet was a huge parade. It was a huge event. We would buy brand new outfits, like your outfit. There was 3 major things growing up down there that you had to have a new outfit for: your first day of school, your last day of school, and the Blessing of the Fleet, honey. Oh, I'm lying. 4, homecoming. And it would be basketball homecoming. Homecoming, you better come with it. Come on. So, but literally it's not the same. So the come together day in the double lane road for us is specifically for us to get together, to see people we haven't seen in a long time, because a lot of us have moved away. But there's also things in certain respects that we do not, in boundaries that we do not cross, that we do not mess up, that we do not just disrespect, because you just know what you know. So literally, this is specifically about bloodlines, what you pass down, what you practice, your families, different families in a small town, literally trying to keep the cemetery good to an aspect and keep the people who want to use it for bad away. So it made sense, and literally, one family member was trying to not put the burden of the responsibility of protecting the cemetery on his son. He wanted his son to get out. He wanted his son to get away. And another family, due to the fact that his son ended up having to, because I don't want to tell the movie, sorry. His son ended up having to go somewhere else, and that didn't turn out good for his son. He ended up using the cemetery for bad, and so it all became like a family battle. And it was the rest of the town against this one family who knew, like, if you did this, if you start this, this is what's going to happen. And regardless of him knowing the consequences, he still did what he wanted to do because he wanted what he wanted. It didn't come out the way that he wanted, so he wanted his son back, so to speak. And everybody, well, I won't say everybody knows, but I have been told this, that people tell you clearly, and even when you see it in movies, they tell you be very careful with playing with spirits and playing with the dead and being at the cemetery, because who left is not who comes back, if that makes sense. Like, you can miss somebody, like when that person passes away, you miss somebody, you miss that person, you miss the things that y'all used to do. But when you try to bring that person back, that's the same person. The person that you lost is not the person that comes back, basically. And sometimes we get so adamant and so focused on we wanting that person back, you don't realize the dangers that you put other people in by opening that portal. It's literally what this movie does. It's literally showing how this portal was open, how it all started, where it was a protection type situation, and then one person took it and made it evil. And once you made it evil, it was no way to close the portal, pretty much. And the one of the families who was supposed to be protecting it ended up using it for evil and creating havoc. And so one thing I will say about this storyline, even with the prequel, it kept certain things in the movie that we can relate to, and also notice from the previous movies that they've done. They have done quite a few, but they keep it to where all of them are connected. So I will give them props on that all of the movies are connected. Now, if you're not into thrillers or scary movies, you definitely don't have to watch this, but those who are, it's a cool little storyline. It also gives another look that they took away a part from the other ones, because I'm trying not to tell y'all the movie, but it also gave a look into, like, whoa, they left that part out in the other ones that they made. It was way deeper, more dangerous in the beginning than the ones that we've seen previous to this one. So, and it also kind of correlates with the new villain that is extremely heavy in presence now. As far as scary movies comes to play, it's a thing that everybody is very afraid of right now, because they making it very prevalent, and it's like, are y'all planning this? Are y'all pulling this out? Let me know, because if I need to get me some guns and get me a little bunker and stuff together so I can survive it, let me know. But yeah, so I would actually give this movie 6 halos. And here's why. The storylines, the plots, and everything was cool. I understood. It kind of made me think, but at the end, it didn't keep my attention. I kind of swayed into something else because I kind of figured out what was going on and what was going to happen. So yeah, so it gives the beginning story. It gives what happens and how it all came into play and how it ties into the other ones, but it also leaves a little hanger to the point so where it's probably going to be another one. So I don't know, but it's cool. Yeah, I give it 6 halos. So if you are into thrillers, if you are into, Pet Cemetery, it's most definitely worth a watch. It's cool. It's a cool little Halloween kind of get together, whatever. It's not really horror. It's more thriller because we are so goddamn desensitized right now because we have seen so much stuff. So it's literally nothing that you haven't seen before. It's just literally explaining how the cemetery came about, how it actually became evil, how it came into play, and how it also tied into family bloodlines. Yeah. So if you have a moment, head on over to Paramount Plus and give it a watch. That is the end of this movie review, y'all. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.